Alright, this is gonna be bank one. You can see that there's coolant inside the exhaust ports. This is 1, 3, 5. And on 2, you can see how clean it is, and there's a lot more coming out on this side here. But I wonder if it's because it was pushing back and sucking in on the other side over there, because this one looks a lot more, looks a lot worse. So we'll see. I'm gonna drain the oil next. I'm gonna remove the oil filter housing, the crank pulley. Make sure my air compressor's charged up, and we'll just remove some of the accessories here. Take off the tensioner, alternator, 12 there. Other than that, I mean, there's nothing more. The flex plate that came off was a 12.17 millimeter. That came off no problem. So I'm gonna get it. I probably put on an engine stand. I don't know yet. I don't even know if it's that serious. I'm gonna put on a tire. Take off the compressor adapter there. So it seemed like the water pump had a little bit of leaking going on there. Shit. I think there might have been old coolant, because I know I put a water pump on it a while ago, but I don't think, because the coolant's green. The old coolant that was in there had like the Dex cool in there. But all right, continue. So let's take a look at the oil here. This is, woo, shit. God damn it, I make a mess. That's fine, that's what oil dries for. I made a mess. Ain't that bad, but I got plenty of oil dry. But yeah, I took it out too much the first time, and green antifreeze started coming out. So yeah, this is obviously a head gasket problem. It's pretty evident now. It was evident before, but you know, it's like even more conclusive now. I think I put Loctite on this. I think I did. Bad thing is, the time belt and water pump is fairly new. Put it on about 20,000 miles ago, but I'll be putting new ones on new water pump and timing belt. There's my timing marks right there up top. Alright, so 10, 10, 10, 10. all new component kits and everything. I should have left that on there. Damn, what I did it. I forgot. It's fine. New tensioner. That's alright though, we're getting a new tensioner too. Everything's gonna be brand new. Brighten it up. I'm sure it has. We're rubbing if we get something there. I'm gonna take it. Like I said, I'm gonna take everything. These crank sensors never go bad. These cam sensors. I mean, none of this stuff never goes bad. But I'm just gonna take everything anyway. First thing, I thought I got all the coolant out of it. Evidently, I didn't. It's sitting there. Yes, I'm a gluer. I do not want to go back over work, and I'd rather have a little bit of insurance. Remove this coolant bypass. I don't know what the hell these breathers do. Well, it's thermostat housing is probably like to be considered. That's probably what it is. Out and try it out. Oh, this one on the bottom down there. the same for the other side. This is the rear bank. For some strange reason, this always has an issue with adequate lubrication. Or maybe it's just subject to more heat. I mean, it's like that on Toyotas also, but Toyotas have that problem front and back. I think it's probably just heat. But I could be wrong. What I could do, I could just take these heads off together, leave the lower intake on. But I'm gonna, for the sake of somebody not knowing, I'm gonna pull the lower intake off. The injector rail has 10mm bolts. No, they're 8, sorry. Right here on the sides. The fuel pressure regulator off. one sitting under there. I couldn't even see. Under there, I couldn't see. Oh. I forgot it's two. I forgot it's two halves. Not that bright. That would help. Save these. The knock sensor. So, see inside of the intake. Look inside the intake here. There's more coolant. It was obvious. I mean, we saw a bunch of coolant sitting inside of the intake, where the intake to the throttle body was. So, I mean, same thing. So I'm gonna go ahead and pull the heads off, and we'll get a closer look. Let's give this a go. No particular sequence. Again, I mean, the motor's broke, so. I think I missed one. Here's bank one. So I don't see how this one could be. This one can't be the culprit. I don't see how it can't be. When this one, of course, this one has more fluid. It's furthest away from the intake. So check the intake valve. go off the other side. All right, got a bank 2. I will say this was easier. The head studs were a little looser on this side. All right, here we go. Oh wow, look at that. Oh shit. Damn. Look at that. So no need to take the bottom end out. Got a hole in the piston there. So that makes perfect sense. I was assuming it'd probably be a broke piston or something like that. I mean, something like a wrist pin, but I heard not. So the rod has to be bent to be hitting that valve right there. Let me turn this. This should be cylinder 6. Ooh, boy, look at, wow. Yes, yes, yes. Look at that. Damn it, boy. Damn it. Yes, so it does have a bent valve. Wow. I wonder if the valve dropped. But you know what's strange? I didn't even see it from the top. It looks fine from up here. I'm pretty sure some closer inspection will probably reveal that it was dropped. But you know, the retainers and everything still in there. Oh boy. Wow. That's the first. Man, oh man, oh man. So I wonder what happened first. I mean, look at that spark plug. Golly. I wonder if the valve broke first, then the piston, or unless the piston, I don't know, probably had some issues and had a long stroke and took that out. But I mean, that one would have been out too, so it has to make sense that the valve just dropped. I wonder if I can extract that. Look at that. Wow. That's the first. I haven't seen this before. I mean, it broke that thing clear off. That's neat. Well, figure out what's wrong with it. But I wonder if the rod broke. I mean, it had to have separated. I don't know. We'll try to turn the crank over. See what happens. Look, it wound up cracking the cylinder wall too. Cylinder wall got a crack in it on the side down there. It's about a centimeter long. Damn, this block was trash. Can't rebuild this. Oh no, it's longer. Oh, it's the whole wall. Wow. Here we go. You see that crack? It's going pretty. So I can get this to stay. See how long it is. I don't know if the camera can pick that up, but it's extending about 3 inches. It's kind of bearing off to the right. I'm gonna look back at the footage because I really suspected a bent rod or something. So we now know. I don't want to say what I thought I knew, and I'm totally incorrect. But it's strange that one cylinder would be the culprit, which have a impact on all cylinders. Because when we started it up, both banks started steaming from the exhaust system. Took the exhaust off, and you saw oil that was collected. You saw oil that was collected into the intake tube also by the throttle body. So it makes perfect sense that the intake valve was defective. So this is it was the, well, what was it? Yeah, it was the intake valve. The intake valve was jacked up. All the valves were jacked up basically. But that's what we got. I'm surprised the spark plug didn't shoot out, but it was a hell of a carnage. So, but other than that, I'm gonna cut this video off from here. I think I got enough footage as far as how to remove the motor, Acura Cl motor, and we did a little autopsy here. So I'm just gonna bury this. It's going to the graveyard. So motor will be here next week. It didn't take me no more than 4 hours to do all this, get the motor out, get it completely disassembled to this state, and we know what it is now. All right, peace.